welcome back to my channel, The Earthstar Tribrid. I am your host, Earthstar Tribrid. So tonight we're going to be doing another pick a card reading. It is going to be what is my enemy's karma for the 3D and or 5D, or both, like I said, and or 5D harm they have caused me. Okay, so first, before we get into that, right before we did this, I pulled some letters. The letters that came out the most to me, we have pop, either somebody's drinking pop or there's like a popping sound of some kind, maybe somebody's popping some gum, chewing some gum. We also have join, so somebody might be joining some type of membership or subscription or establishment, whatever, society. We have jinx, so somebody could be saying something at the same time somebody else is. We have energy, and then we have synergy. I think synergy is a type of electric company. I think. I saw the name, but then yeah, so synergy is a concept that a combined effect of two or more entities is greater than the sum of the individual effects. The term synergy comes from the Attic Greek word working together. Okay, so somebody might be working together on something, but Pennsylvania's coming out pretty hard once I typed it in. There's Lebanon, Strasbourg, and Carlisle. And I did get PA and VA together. We also got Utah, New York, New Jersey. LAX was also significant. Pittsburgh specifically as well. I saw that in the letters as also. The number 717 can be significant. Okay. So the names Jacob, Jake, Mac, Zeke, Zach, Laney, Ken, Kenny, Kevin. Did I have another name in here? Hold on. Yeah, I thought I did. Ant or Anthony. Allie. I mean, this could be an actual Allie, or somebody's name can be Allie. And I don't know, it says Achman, but well, I don't know if that's like, let's type it in. I just saw it and it just like popped out to me. Advanced Diagnostic Imaging and Radiation Therapy. Oh wait, that's not, that's Acumen. I mean, somebody might be going through radiation therapy. But Achman, an alternative title for Down for the Count. A 2009 action drama film written and directed by David Malone. The movie follows an engineer from Qatar who moves to Thailand to chase a dream of becoming a professional Muay Thai fighter. I've never heard of that movie, but that might be significant. Somebody's probably watched that movie, or 2009 can also be very significant. And what's great, oh my goodness, okay, so White Stripes 7 Nations is playing, and like, you're getting that drum solo, and I did get drums here as well. Okay, so hold on, let me just make sure so we did that. Utah, New Jersey, New York, Anthony, Mac, Jacob, Jake, Zeke, Zach, Kenny, Kevin, Laney, Allie, we do pop, join, jinx, energy, synergy. Oh yeah, we did get the name Ozzy. Either somebody likes the name or likes the singer. Somebody's last name can be Osborne and they call him Ozzy. That could be significant. Oh yeah, we did do Pittsburgh. LAX. And the fact that we were talking about the different acumen that I was getting, it was talking about diagnostics, imaging, and radiation therapy. I did get something about enzymes, so I don't know if that correlates with something, or somebody needs to take some type of enzyme. What's coming up is a hypoallergenic plant-based digestive enzyme supplements. Somebody might be taking that or needs to take that. Again, talk to your doctors. Specific concentrated enzymes manufactured for food science and total dietary fiber analysis. Okay, somebody could be a friend of me. Somebody could also be taking a knee. Either that could mean in a Tanya Harding's standpoint where somebody's trying to take out the competition by any means necessary and is willing to take out the knee, like hire somebody to take them out. Or in the sense of somebody's taking the knee, like they're bowing to somebody, like they're pledging their allegiance to a and we did say something about join too. Somebody could be doing that. We did get freedom here, so somebody could be finally feeling freedom for the first time. Maybe the first time in a long time. We also got goat. Either somebody is the goat at something or somebody owns goats. Now this was all like it's either male or female is found. Somebody finds a specific male or female sexy. Don't know who it is. I did do this one. I did get mud. I'm getting like mud masks, mud facials, or we did get goat. So maybe somebody might fall in the mud. Or somebody's goat might get really muddy and they have to get a bath or something like that. I mean, I do understand that goats don't like rain, or getting wet, but there could be something like that. Somebody is getting the last laugh on something. You know better than me. Something about a BLT or a BMT. I did get the word blasphemy. For some type of perfume, and then right after that was unthinkable. So I'm not thinking like I'm not feeling in a sense of unthinkable as something bad. I'm thinking about like they couldn't imagine somebody smelling the way they do, whether that's bad or good. You got to put it where it needs to go. Okay. We also did get zookeeper. After that, we did mud, zookeeper, goat. I mean, something along those lines. Or some type of farmer. When I say farmer, I mean like an animal farmer. And we did get something about lean. I mean, it's lean, lame, mean, meat, and food. So somebody's probably looking at the kind of meats that they're eating, making sure that it's lean. And they're trying to get lean. We got malt here, so somebody might drink some type of malt liquor, malt beer, whatever you want to call it. There is a blast from the past, whether that's the movie specifically, it has Brendan Fraser in it, or somebody from the past that, you know, like, oh my goodness, you haven't seen them in so long, it's a blast from the past. Okay, something like that. We did get tag team. You know better than I what that means. We did also get LGBT. We got Bitcoin. Mixed. Either somebody's making a mix of something, or somebody might be mixed race, or somebody's mixing something up. Just making sure I'm going over all the ones. I did get CIA. I did get July. I got Beast Hunt. Whack. I mean, somebody could be. What's crazy is that, like, for the past 2 days, like yesterday and today, basically, I've been getting on my algorithms. I was getting a lot of people getting whacked, like Godfather clips and episodes, like, you know, reels or whatever. Godfather. What was it? Godfather, Goodfellas, Sopranos. Like, people are just getting picked off. We got Boys, and I was thinking like Boys in the Hood, because it didn't say Boys with an S. It came out specifically with a Z, and I do believe like Boys in the Hood has somebody may need to stage either their home or their vehicle or themselves, or you say that's in some stage. We did talk about drums. Somebody has a leg up on something. We do have a Latino or Latina. We got lashes. Somebody could get their lashes done. We do have something about a mic. Like I'm hearing mic drop. And then something about micro. So something small. We did talk about that. So something small, either somebody does like something, works with small items, whether like somebody has small hands, somebody can be small themselves, somebody has small feet, somebody can work with microbiology, studying small living things. Micro braids, something micro. Okay. All right. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get into the intro. Let's see, where did I put? A little piece of paper somewhere. Where we go? Okay, give me a second to find that. And we're gonna. Give me a second. Alright, I found my paper. Remember to always use your discernment and do what comes naturally to you. Not everything will resonate, and that is okay. If it doesn't fit, don't try to make it. Please keep your health in mind while doing breathing exercises. Don't overdo it. Know your limits. There are many ways to use your intuition. Some pick by their favorite color, number, stone, etc. Some go by the first thing that comes to mind or by the first thing they see. It always depends on you. However, if you are new to your intuition, here are a few ways to activate it. 1. Make sure there are no distractions. 2. Please pause the video during the selection process and sit still while facing the video. You can roll your head from side to side to increase the relaxation, so that way you can feel yourself melting more into the chair. Once you feel like you've melted, kind of like relaxed more into the chair, then you're connected. Okay? Make sure your eyes are closed and you clear your mind, and while repeating the title of the video, you're going to be taking 3 to 5 deep breaths in between. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Once you've reached your 3rd or 5th time until you feel completely relaxed, you're going to, if you roll your neck, make sure your head's back into its original position, okay? You're going to open your eyes, and your eyes are going to fall upon your chosen pile. It's either going to be above, or below, or right above it, okay? Like right on, below, or above, all right? Sometimes it can fall in between, whether it's above, below, or in between, dead center. You want to look into those two piles, okay? If your eyes go from one and shoot over to another, you're going to want to look into those two piles, all right? But use your discernment. Use what works better for you. Also, because of this, if you're dealing with multiple people that might be doing something to you, like causing some harm, you might want to group those people specifically to doing, like, they may all be all together in on it, or they could have, you can have different people doing different things. So if that's the case, you can always use the name, like, it's, what is so-and-so's karma for the 3D, 5D harm that they have caused me, okay? But you have to have an intuitive feeling of knowing that somebody is doing something to you, okay? And it was 1344 on the timer, but 3 4 plus 1 is 4, so that was 444. So you got to make sure, all right? So if you're not entirely sure, just do it as a whole, okay? And you can always get a personal reading done to make sure, to verify who is doing what, all right? And if you do know specifically, or each one of these cards, or each one of these piles, is going to tell you some type of karma that they have done something bad. So if you're thinking of somebody's name and this person hasn't done anything and you choose a pile regardless, like, you're not using your discernment here. You know what I mean? Like, you have to know, you know, don't want to cause paranoia where there's no need for any. Alright, so know specifically. If you don't know, do it as a whole. If you do know, change my enemies to the person's name. Alright? The second way is to close your eyes and cover them with your hands tightly, allowing no light to go through. As you repeat the title and do your breathing, like, the shape or the color of the chosen charm will appear. This also works when you want to learn to align your chakras. If more than one color and or shape appears, check out each of those piles. It is normal to choose more than one. Alright, so for piles, pile 1 is the clip, pile 2 is the dinosaur, pile 3 is the gravel, pile 4 is the bee, pile 5 is the meteorite, and pile 6 is the cavities. Okay, I let the pendulum choose which ones, and they chose 6 of them this time, like 6 piles. Usually I don't go more than 5. For whatever reason, this time they had 6. Alright, so go ahead, pause the video, make your selection, and I will see you at your chosen pile. Alright, see you in a bit. Hello. Okay, so we are at 1551 when I paused to go ahead and switch over to pile number 1. So 1551 is a mirrored number, so somebody could be either dealing with a copycat or they're dealing with somebody who's mirroring something similar they have gone through in their lives, and they're kind of seeing the situation playing out yet again, and they're just like, okay, I see what's going on here, and, you know, I know what's going to happen. I've been through this. I know what, you know, and you just move accordingly. Okay, so something along those lines. So with these numbers here, I had asked 5 questions regarding the title here. The first one is, what did they do to you? The second question is, what was the reason for doing what they did? The third is, who was involved? The fourth is, what is their karma? And the fifth question would be, any advice, either to you or the karmic or even both. Okay? So for pile 1, again, if you chose pile 1, you chose the clip. If it doesn't resonate, go back to the beginning and you can pick again if you want. Again, if you listen to the intro, it gives a little bit more in-depth of how you can go about this to make sure you get the most accurate reading possible. So make sure you listen to the intro. Alright, so this one for what did they do to the collector? So we got parental figure, Dawn. These are the only ones that I was going to be taking in reverse. Everything else I kept in the upright. I was guided to do that. And then we got spiritual gangster, claircognizance, debt, kindness, lust, low down, player, and then gift. So this is about the harm they have caused, okay? So what I'm getting here is that, one, they could have caused the type of this harm to be done to somebody who is a parental figure, who's probably gone through some type of awakening, some type of breakthrough, or trying to go through some breakthrough. We got spiritual gangster here, we got cognizance, so somebody who's, they might have been trying to suppress it. So what they could have done is, like, your parents, so, like, if they could be grandparents right now if you're already a parent. Alright, if you know you are a parent and you're not the one doing this, so this could be your parental figure or the parental figure of your spouse or the person you have a child with. Okay, you can put it where it needs to go. But it looks like somebody was trying to stop somebody's spiritual awakening, their new beginnings, any type of breakthrough, making sure they start things but never finish them. Okay? We also, so stagnation, for example, and starts with a P, procrastination. They could have done some finance spells. They could have with this one card here, it says kindness. She's holding the umbrella over an elderly person or somebody who could be sick in a wheelchair. It's like somebody has been taking advantage of somebody's kindness. Instead of wheeling herself out of the rain, or something like that, they just let this poor person just stand there getting drenched while they, enjoy the shelter. So somebody could be outside homeless while somebody else actually has shelter. We got lust here, low down, down low, and then player, and then we got gift. So I mean, this could have been something in the past happening or now. You gotta put it where it needs to go. So this can clarify that what you went through is actually what you went through. And we're gonna get into what their karma is gonna be. So they could have tried to keep you in low vibrational energy, or they could have sent somebody your way. You could have thought this person was like your true person. You know what I mean? They could have sent like this very lustful person, very karmic. Somebody could be in down low, meaning they could be gay also. Nothing wrong with that if you're doing it correctly, meaning that you're being righteous about it in a sense, like you're not trying to hide it or manipulate people in order to get what you want, even though that's not who you want. We got gift, exchange, generosity, reciprocity. I mean, they could try, like again, they could have tried to hide your gifts. Also, they could have sent somebody to you, this player energy, and they could be dirty. They give you the gift that keeps on giving. That could have been what happened, or they probably did do that. They probably gave you something. Hopefully, it's something you can get rid of. Okay, but that's what it's looking like, what they did to the collective. Also with this lustful energy here, if you're dealing with a very karmic person, like say like when you were younger, somebody, took advantage of you. That could have caused you to like an imbalance. I had the Libra in reverse as kind of like a tramp stamp at the bottom here. At the lower of her back, so somebody could cause like some type of imbalance in your life for you to continuously go after like these player energies. So if this is not something that magic was done or anything like that, or done any type of practitioner or somebody going to pay to have voodoo, hoodoo, whatever the hell it is done. This is more of just a psychological torture geared to keeping you from moving forward. Because, misery loves misery. Like, especially, it sucks that you can have parents like this that is willing to do whatever it is to cause you upheaval in order for them to enjoy the benefits of your abundance. So that could be this could be some type of energy harvesting as well. I feel like I just heard a doorbell. 1 second. No, we're good. Okay. So that's what they did to the collective, or you to you. Alright, so second question was, what was the reason for doing what they did? Okay. Before we get into the second question, there are some signs in this one as well. So we got Libra, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Pisces, Libra, Cancer. That was on the first question. Okay. I think my music stopped. 1 second. Yep. Okay. So what was the reason for them doing what they did? The reason is that they hated the fact that you had joy, harmony, success, celebration, security. That you had a fated mate. Like it was a positive, like test results positive. You were destined to have a fated mate. They wanted your protection. And you're dealing with the dark angel. And then we also got when pigs fly. That for me, like when pigs fly, that's like telling me telling like them, like the spirits telling this, whoever did this, it's like, yeah, right, like when pigs fly, you're not gonna get this. You're not gonna get the fated mate. Here's the thing about fated mates, okay? Yes, it's free will. Yes, it's choice. Alright? But it's also a contract. So yeah, say you did get this person to say like, oh, you know what, I'm not going to choose this divine partner. I'm either going to stay where I'm at or I'm going to choose the karmic instead. It does not matter. If that person chooses to go against their heavenly divinely guided like partner, then they waive that contract, which is fine. That just means somebody else is going to come in and take that place. And here's the thing, it's usually, there's like a saying where they say, if it's not meant for you, there's something better coming instead. So if somebody decides to exit out of that contract, even though they were giving that contract, but like, this is a heavenly, like a gift to you. This is what you've always wanted and you don't want it. Okay, well, you no longer get it because you're going to mess with the karmic. And depending what happens with the karmic, we got the positive test results. You could be trying to give something to my anointed or, you know, the divine, and that's not going to happen. You're not going to cause that type of tower moment in their lives. They could also be going through a lot of tower moments right now, a lot of violence in their life, a lot of frustrations, and they want your protection. Protection, guardian, sanctuary, instinct, yeah. They want what you have, so whether it's protection, intuition, a mate, a fated mate, doesn't matter. But the thing is that you just did that person a favor because they realized that this person obviously wasn't the one. You were chosen, yes. But because you chose, I'm not going to say you chose wrong, because sometimes you just need to learn the hard way, but unfortunately, a lot of those contracts end and they end up being given to someone else. But that just means that next person is going to be even better than the one that rejected you. But that depends on where you're at. If you're in Karmicville, you're going to get somebody who's even worse than the person. Alright? But if you're in Divineville or whatever, Divine Town, then you're going to get somebody who's even better than that person in every conceivable way. Every conceivable way. Okay. So, if they think that they can mess with a karmic, like a dark angel karmic that's giving them something, like a positive test result, yeah, it's like, yeah, when pigs fly, my guy, like, for real, not gonna happen. Especially if it's something you can't get rid of. Somebody could be very frustrated in that fact that they cannot, realizing that they decided to reject a divine connection for something that's not going to benefit them in any way whatsoever. Okay, so that was question number 2. All right, so question number 3 was, who is involved? Okay, this could be you, this could be them. You got to put it where it needs to go. We got life path number 1. We got Leo. This could be their sign, or they have Leo in the 5th house. We also have Virgo. Any earth sign, to be honest with you, but we also have fertility and creativity. Somebody could be very a fertile myrtle or very creative. Okay. We also got Pig, Scorpio, core identity, Leo, Aries. We got Ophiuchus, 11, 30, 12, 18, and 13 can be significant. And then we also got Action, Mars, Aries, Scorpio. All right. Alright, so next question after that is, what is their karma for doing what they did? Got Ethers, we got Lovesick, Sundial, Dreamer, Bashful, Dark Triad, Speak, Throat. This was to be taken in reverse. It's lacking knowledge, creativity, ruts, false hope, instability. Got Trauma Dump. I made this card Friday. And then we got Reaper. Death is only the beginning. So, I mean, like, depending on what happens, death is... Ooh, that's a lightning flash. I don't know if you saw that, but it's raining outside. That was a lightning flash. So death is only the beginning. So, depending on what was done, because we got Ether here, so we got Spirit involved. The Spirits are involved. We got Lovesick 101. And what's crazy is that I was actually channeled to do other cards today. And those cards, there's thunder outside now. And those cards were all about STDs. So, and a lot of them were talking about like these STDs give you fevers. Thunder got louder just now. And with Lovesick, somebody be getting an STD. We got Sundial, which is divine timing or time's up. We got Dreamer, unwritten, and then I left this blank only because thinking like, you know, it could be anything. They could be dreaming about anything. You can just make up your mind, but it could also mean writer's block or like, you know, stunted creativity. We got Bashful here. Somebody could be going from confident to being like very shy. Or maybe dealing with somebody who's going to be wearing a mask. Okay, so because we got Dark Triad right after that. So somebody could be coming off very sweet and bashful. Like, oh, no, you know. Just very, you know. This person could also be somebody that you're just like, oh, dreaming about them and it just makes you blush or something like that. But this person's actually part of the Dark Triad, either a narcissist, a psychopath, or Machiavellianist. A Machiavellianist, manipulation, exploitation of others, lack of morality, callousness, extremely self-centered. And then you got I Speak, Throats. And like I said, so again, somebody could be messing with your throat chakra, or I mean, like this could be happening to them. Something could be happening to their throat. They could be getting, they could get thrush or something even worse, especially if they smoke. They can start talking like a robot, like that thing having along in their throat, like something like that. Trauma dump. Again, somebody could, I mean, or the Star Triad could be like choking this person out. That could be another thing. Trauma dumping, they're just, you know, you're just getting one karmic relationship after another. Trauma dumping. And then death is only the beginning. So, I mean, this could be death to anything. This could be an actual physical death. If it is an actual physical death, then yeah, death is only the beginning. Because when you go over to the other side after doing some dastardly shit like this, and you haven't repented or anything like that, everybody repents in different ways. You got to work what does what's better for you. Then you're literally going to be asked out in the most blatant of terms, because that's what they do down there. Yeah, because when I was told to, not told, but when I asked what here on Earth can you just tell us, will describe what hell / Anwen would be like, okay? And when I pulled I only did one handful too. Pulled the letters out, and the only words that literally came out the most to me were Silent Hill. Fuck that. I've seen Silent Hill 1 and 2. I didn't play the game. I think it's a PlayStation. I only got Xbox. I'm not sure. Anyway. Yeah, so that's what they said is what hell would be like. So I'm like, oh, yeah, we're not doing that. No, thank you. So the karma, depending on what they did, I mean, death could definitely be involved. Somebody could be getting a sexually transmitted disease. Somebody could be dealing with stagnation, writer's block. Or just not getting ideas about anything. Dealing with narcissistic relationships, somebody can get choked out. Or something about the throat. Anything can happen with you. You can get strep throat. I did say thrush. Or like I said, somebody can get cancer of the throat. It all depends. And with all this karmic relationships, it's just trauma dumping upon trauma dumping. Right. So that is their karma. Like I said, you got to put it where it needs to go, and it is a collective reading, so a lot of people are going through different things. So question number 5 was, what is your advice? So we got the Tower in reverse, which is continued oppression, following old ways, living in a rut, unhappy marriage, inability to effect a worthwhile change. Unreliability, failure to meet the test, separation. I mean, like, okay, so so here's one advice, is separating from the person that's keeping you in Karmicville. Okay, whether it's marriage or just a relationship, or it could even be a job. Whatever is keeping you, or this, and it could be your relationship with food, your relationship with drugs, your relationship with social media, whatever is keeping you in a lower vibrating energy, they want you to stop. But you're like, if you're an inability to make an effective, worthwhile change, you're just going to stay in this type of energy. Now, say you decide to take precautions, get a little bit more active. Guarded advancement, you decide to guard yourself a little bit more, desire to recover what is lost. So you can decide to, I mean, like, if you got a disease that you can get rid of, you can do that, or you desire recover is lost. Okay, maybe you can quit smoking, and you could just miss that part where you could possibly get cancer, and because you quit smoking, then when you quit smoking, you don't have to worry about that anymore. We got then 6 of coins, generosity, philanthropy, charity, kindness, gratification, gifts. I mean, like, okay, so Make-A-Wish Foundation, if you want to, just being charitable can help. Being generous, kind. Favors, especially monetary ones. Sharing of wealth. I did do the back of the card. So the back of the card, the back of the deck, what you don't see coming is that if you want to get out of that, right, and not, you can't do it in Karmaville. It's not like, oh, well, okay, let me just do more dark magic. No, you dumb bitch. Stop it. Stop. Quit while you're ahead, because obviously it ain't working. Especially if you're still going through all the way. It's just the definition of insanity. You're just going around and around and around and around and around and around and around. I'm surprised you haven't thrown up yet. But the back of the deck, what you don't see coming is the 10 of coins. Abundance. Okay? Now, depending on how badly these guys did you wrong, there may not be no coming back from this, and that 10 of coins will be for the divine person. Okay? It all depends on where you put yourself on a scale. Like a scale 1 to 10, like anything from a 6 and above, then you're staying in Karmicville. Because that's how that's kind of like how they grade on scale, like on the grading scale. So anything from 1 to 5 would be considered something redeemable, and then anything from a 6 to a 10 is something unredeemable. You're just gonna have to, like, I mean, doing this, you know, like, but if you decide to change your life around, if you decide to do a 180 and not go back, and do your best to clear as much karmic debt as you possibly can until it's time to pass on, you may be able to bypass hell and go to heaven. So that, again, that's where you fall on the grading scale. But that is the advice, is to be a little bit more charitable, kind, generous. And like I said, an apology without I mean, I haven't said it on this one, but I've said it numerous times. An apology without change is just another form of manipulation, and they do understand that. Alright? So that was your advice. Now there's 2 other side ones that I was doing. You have channeled songs. We got Gossip Folks by Missy Elliott, Naggin by Yin Yang Twins, Trumpets by Jason Derulo, and Goodies by Sierra. Then we also have Where This Could Possibly Be. Now these may not all resonate, but take what fits and leave the rest. Alright, we got Chili. We got Local. Something About a Main River. We got Southwest. I don't know why I just heard Southwest Airlines. We also, a dog just barked. Columbia. Massachusetts. Southeast. Canada. Maryland. Europe. Bolivia. And Northeast. Alright. So that's what I got for you guys for pile number 1. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one or your next chosen pile. Okay? Bye. Alrighty. The song Rivers by Bishop, or it says shut your mouth and run me like a river. So somebody could be trying to do some shut up spells. But if you picked pile number 2, then you have picked the dinosaur. Alright, pile number 2 is the dinosaur. Alright, so we have these in questions. We have question number 1. What did they do to you? Question number 2, what was the reason for what they did? Question number 3, who is involved? Question number 4, what is their karma? And question number 5, what is your advice? Okay, whether it's for you or for you or karmic, it all depends. You or cross pressure. Okay, so number 1 is what did they do to you? We got White House, we got FBI, we got Healer. You could have been under some type of investigation. Your home could have been under investigation. We got bribery. Somebody gonna be paid to talk, to say secrets about you. Third footprints associated with the lost continent of Lemuria. These were the first to develop physical solid bodies in dual sexes. So this could be, they could have said something was wrong with you. Or they couldn't find you. And they hired somebody to try and find you. They could have hired somebody between the ages of 40 to 64. You could have been between the ages, or you could be 40 to 64. They could be 40 to 64. We do got bribery, though. We got shy. Okay, so they could have sent, alright, so they could have, we got windfall money here. Somebody could be, sent somebody to watch them, to investigate them, to see, to try and figure out their secrets. With transformation, to see whether or not they are who they say they are, or they're just wearing a mask. Somebody's been bribed. They accept, like, what they did to you, they were accepted, they were paid to do this. So somebody was paid to follow you around. And this is probably because they want to take some kind of money, windfall money. So they could have taken a windfall of money, or that's what they're trying to do. Because there's something about you and a windfall of money. Shit, they could have hired somebody to unalive you. They could have probably told this person that you would be an easy target. Third foot race, but with 3, that's about communication, Mercury. So there could have been some type of communication, like, here's the money, just so you know, this person's really easy. They're shy. Somebody could be very masculine and feminine, or there could be 2 people doing something to another person. Or there could be a total of 3 people, like there could be a couple, and they paid a third party to do something so they can win a windfall money. So whatever this is that, you know, like, okay, yeah, they definitely had you investigated, because they had your house watched. Either they were investigating you, the FBI was investigating you, or a private investigator was hired to investigate you. Either way, somebody was watching you. Maybe they were trying to find out whether a healer had secrets and whether they actually are who they say they are. So that looks like what they did. Alright, pile number 2. Question number 2. I mean, what was their reason for doing what they did? Just business? Which is shocking. So, like I said, somebody could have been hired to do something. It's just business. They just want money. But guess what? Uno reverse. And I was getting something about maybe a couple, male and a female. So they could have been sent, like, with this one, I'm getting Uno reverse, as in, like, if they were trying to make it seem like you were being investigated, now they are the ones being investigated. Magic. Okay, another thing here too is that whether or not somebody, okay. That's it. Okay, so somebody could have thought that they were trying to take somebody's significant other. And we do got magic out here. So somebody probably did do some magic, probably to mess with somebody's head. They thought maybe somebody did do magic to mess with their divine union. Like, here's the thing. You'll know if you're in a divine union, okay? The way you know you're in a karmic union is that if you guys are fighting every single fucking day, like, there's no letting up. You're always in each other's faces. There's infidelity. There's just bad habits all the way around. Like, sloth energy here. It's like they think you did this. You're the one that put them in sloth energy. You're the one that maybe, with just business and surprise, maybe they didn't get a business deal or they lost a contract and they're surprised about it. Now they're still just sitting there procrastinating in sloth energy. But with the reverse here, it's like this is what they intended for you. So now, like, okay, like, say if you are intuitive, you got a crown chakra, like, you know a lot of things. They could be trying to flip it. You're doing your return to sender, so whatever it is, it's just like, this should be happening to you, not them. So a couple could have done some magic on someone's crown chakra, maybe to distort who their true twin flame is, or their divine twin is. We do have Capricorn out here. What was this one? Capricorn, Gemini can be significant. Scorpio, Leo can be significant. But it gives me like the reason for it is because like they think you did something. Like you distorted their crown chakra or some shit like that, and that's why things aren't going the way that they want them to. Things aren't as thrilling anymore. Things aren't as, like happening the way they need it to happen. Everything's kind of at like a standstill. That's what it was, a standstill. So they think you did something, so they went out and did something to you. But because you didn't do anything, this shit's reversing. Alright, so pile number 3 is who is involved. This could be you, this could be them, put it where it needs to go. We got life path number 7, somebody is Scorpio, Libra, Taurus, and we also have Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer. Okay. Number 4. And what is their karma? This one came out in reverse. So self-delusion, disconnection, lack of self, and support. Slow and steady. Things are going to cut. Like I said, like everything's going back to them. So they're going to be dealing with the drama, like fighting all the time. We got Leo and Gemini again. Capricorn, Gemini, Aquarius. Things are just going to go really slow. Now keep in mind, you can always find when I had a car that says you will meet somebody who matches your energy. Doesn't always have to be a good thing either. You know what I mean? Like you can meet somebody who matches your energy and you're a narcissist. And because you're a narcissist, you're meeting another narcissist, and that might be the bigger bear. The one that's way worse than the person, either you or the person you dealt with. We do got blunt force trauma. So with karma here, I mean, like, so somebody could be dealing with domestic violence. I mean, with chastity here, somebody could be dealing with rape, or maybe needing to sell. We got greed here too, so somebody could be needing to sell their bits in order to make money. In order to, I mean, like, either that or that's what's being slowed down. Like they're not getting that abundance in anymore, like it's on lock. Maybe with chastity here as well, maybe it's not the fact that that they haven't gone in a long time, or they're not going to be able to get any. Maybe they just can't get it up or get wet. Their sex drive, their libido is gone. We do have blunt force trauma, so somebody could be experiencing that. We do got archangels here. And this looks like they're starting, like somebody's doing this. Somebody be like domestic violence for sure. Shadow subconsciousness. I mean, somebody could be blacked out. Like somebody could be getting knocked the fuck out or choked the fuck out. Lack of self, so your confidence is gonna go. That's their karma. I mean, everybody, it doesn't even have to be the whole thing. It could be whatever. Like, somebody might not be taken seriously anymore. I love you, baby. Cheap thrills. Yeah, cheap thrills. So somebody might have to sell their whatever in order to make some money, in order for things to keep going, because it looks like whatever else they got going on is at a stagnation. It's like it's not doing anything, it's not going anywhere, and they need to make money. They need to make money now, and that will most likely be the fastest way to it. But I would be careful about that, because depending on who you're with, it can be very violent. Okay. So that's the karma. Alright, so your advice We got High Priestess upright, we got Star in reverse, and we got the Knight of Swords in reverse. They want you to continue to use your discernment. Especially when it deals with projection. Okay, now I'm getting something on projection. Because, like, you could be this High Priestess, and they're sending this stuff to you. Like with the magic, yeah, lightning flashing again. So they could be sending you, energy so you can make impulsive mistakes, conceited, self-sabotage, unsatisfactory business. Yeah, they want you to feel pessimistic, feel like hopelessness. All this is just projection. So just keep using your judgment, like your sound judgment, your serene knowledge, your common sense, your education. Like, you can keep your emotions hidden right for now. Like, just clock it. Clock what they're doing. Note it. But send it back. Reverse it. Okay, flip it and reverse it. Send it back. The second you feel that, say, like, I rebuke you. Even to whatever deity, or you can say, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. It all depends on how you do it. But rebuke that shit and send it the fuck back. 3 times 3. Alright. That is your advice. Rebuke. Alright, so for channeled songs, because we had 2 other piles, and we had the channel songs, and then we also have where this could be happening. So channel songs, we got J. Cole, She Knows, Paint the Town Red by Doja Cat, Choosing Texas, Ella Langley, Hurt by Johnny Cash, What Hurts the Most by Rascal Flatts, You're Beautiful by James Blunt, Living Dead Girl, Rob Zombie, Hinder, Lips of an Angel, Try Again, Aaliyah. Somebody might be trying the magic again. They might be trying it. They're dumb as fuck. 1,000. Yeah, you want to know why? Because they're going to get 1,000 years of fucking karma. Yeah, they're going to try this again, and they're going to get a karma for the next 1,000 years. Their whole fucking bloodline. We got Ironic by Alanis Morissette, All I Want to Be by Tate McRae, and Weak by AJR. Alright. Then we have locations. We got Cabin, South Korea, Paraguay, Sweden, Greenland, Washington, Shed, Mountains, Hawaii, North Dakota, New York, Argentina, Island, Marshlands, Puerto Rico, Ocean, Rhode Island, and Maine. Alright. So that's what I got for pile number 2. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. If not, I'll see you on your next pile. Okay, welcome back into pile number 3. If you've chosen the gravel stone, you have chosen pile number 3. Alright, so I've broken this down into 5 questions. Question number 5 will be any advice given to you. Question number 4 will be what their karma is. Question number 3 is who is involved. Question number 2 is what was their reason of doing what they did. And question number 1 is what did they do to you specifically. Alright? And then we're going to get into channeled songs and possible locations. Not everything is resonating. Make sure you understand that. And it can be broken up into sections instead of being at one whole. Alright, so what exactly did they do to you? We got Leviathan, Envy, Achievements, Feminine Energy, Dharma Wheel, 6-foot race, the future race expected to emerge with a focus on unity and higher spiritual awareness. They could have tried to make sure that you didn't have any forward movement. Yeah. Monad, Chosen One. Sniper, Assassination. They could have either tried to actually assassinate you or assassinate your character, or try to assassinate your love life. We got Fumble, And then, I mean, like, they could also been trying to assassinate you. Maybe this was the lover that was trying to assassinate you. Look at that. Okay, so they could have been very envious towards you. They could have tried glamour magic on you as well. Depends on where it goes. Like overeating spells, making sure you don't get your, your hot summer body. They were trying to definitely mess with your achievement, victory, good fortune, feminine energy. Maybe they didn't want you in your feminine energy. Maybe they wanted you in your masculine energy so that way you couldn't come into this divine partnership. They could have assassinated your character to make sure this lover fumbled you so that way they can stay with this karmic that basically beats up on them almost every other night. That could be what it is. Like, there could be a dark, because this is giving me dark hair feminine. There could be a dark feminine. Take it out, resonates. But I'm getting like a feminine who's jealous and envious from somebody who's probably very curvy, very statuesque, has maybe a natural beauty. And they're jealous that maybe they got a fortune teller, like fortune read done on this person and found out that they're going to be with somebody. Maybe it could have been their own person. Who knows? But it's like they wanted to make sure this feminine energy didn't receive their good dharma and unity. So I'm getting this more with unity. Like, they didn't want you to come together like a chosen one. So they didn't want you to come together with somebody. Like, this isn't somebody you're already with and you're still with. This is somebody you were supposed to be with and somebody kept you from going to that person. Okay? So this is more of like somebody kept you from going to that person. If you're dealing with multiple people that might, I don't know if you listened to the intro, but I was talking about, like, if you're dealing with multiple people that might be doing something in, in your energy, whether it's 3D or 5D, you might want to change the my enemy to what is so-and-so's karma for the 3D, 5D harm they have caused you. But keep in mind, you have to know for sure that this person's actually doing something, because every one of these piles is to be telling you that they did do something. Okay, so that's what that is. But you have to know who your enemy is and exactly what they've done in some form or fashion. Okay, because that will at least give you clarity of what's going on. And with this, because I did get a card in the last pile where it was talking about self-delusion. So you got to be careful with that. Use your discernment. If you don't know for sure, just use it as a collective group. Just say the name of the title and that's it. But if you know for sure, then go back. But this is okay, so somebody could already be in a relationship with somebody and they don't want the relationship that they're in is karmic, but they don't want to let go of that person for whatever reason. They don't want this person to fumble them. They want this person to fumble the chosen one, the one that was chosen to be their true love. The true lover, the person that comes in and gives their dharma wheel to them as well. But somebody went ahead and assassinated that guy, because, like, you got to keep in mind, it's like, if this person did it, then you would no longer be with the person that you're with right now, because this is going to be somebody new. They're keeping you from going to somebody who's new. Because, like, I would say it the other way around, that you're already in a relationship, but this is a single female energy. This is somebody who's single, sexy, and sexual. Alright, and the person that you're with, you guys fight all the time. You're always fighting about something. There's always something, no matter what you do, there's always something. Man or woman, it does not matter. But this person is violent. They can be violent with their words, or they can actually be very physical violent. Because a lot of the times, abuse doesn't always have to be physical. So, but that's looking like what they did to you. They're trying to stop you to coming into union with a divine lover. Alright, so the next question is, what was their reason? The reason: passivity, lack of motivation, being unassertive, lacking authority. So somebody who's in very much lack, a very lack mindset. Oh wait, this isn't upwards. Oh, this is all upright. Oh, my bad. The reason: justice, honor, sacrifice, leadership, strategy. Grooming, summer, temperance, broken down chariot. Yeah, they don't want somebody to leave them. They don't want somebody to go into temperance, which is balancing their life out. They don't want them to do that. Blocked intuition, lack of self-trust, and fear. So they were in fear that the person that they're with is going to see that they're just this broken down chariot, and they're not going to get any forward movement. So they're going to go ahead and go off to calmer waters to this new beginning. Now, the other thing that I'm getting now, okay, because like in the first spread here, now I'm getting something else. So the first spread is what they did to you. Okay, they could have all right, the reason why is that they could have probably thought that you were the reason for their sorrows. Like somebody could have left them, and you may not have been the person they left for. That could be this situation, but this could be, you're the reason that this person is getting clarity and wanting to move on. Yeah, so we got this digging up on Earth, digging up the truth, catalyst twin, and they're pissed. They're pissed. I mean, like the person here that's upset that somebody's leaving can also be mad at you. They're upset that the person's leaving, but they're mad with you. But this is also giving me the person leaving is now unearthing and digging up the truth about this catalyst twin, and they're angry that, they could have lost out on a divine union. I swear to goodness, like, I don't know why this keeps pausing. Like, it hasn't been going on that long. But the reason for this is, I mean, this could have happened in the summertime. That you could have been causing somebody an awakening. Your gifts again. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm not listening to that anymore. We're changing. Good God. Okay. So that could be what's happening here. The reason why that they're making sure that you don't come into union or you fumble with somebody coming in is because they think you did it to them. So now they're doing it to you. Or they're just causing chaos. We got Leo, Aries. 6 is Virgo? 6 is Virgo? I want to say 6 house is Virgo. We also got Aries, Libra, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Pisces, Aquarius, Cancer. The signs don't have to mean anything, but if the story resonates, it's for you. Okay. Again, this is Sun, Moon, Rising in North Node and South Node. And 8th house, specifically. Okay, so number 3. Who was involved? We have Chinese Zodiac of the Tiger, or an Aquarius, a Pisces, an Aries. This could be you. This could be the people that you're dealing with that are causing this problems. Okay, flip it how it resonates. Not all the signs are going to resonate with you. Keep in mind that this is a collective. We got Libra, Sagittarius, in Libra again, or seventh, something about 7th house. Any of these signs could be in their 7th house. And that's relationship, contracts, marriage, partners, equality, sharing, and style. All right, number 4, what is their karma? Got false positive, negative, so things are moving south. Whatever, I'm getting like negative new beginnings, negative, like things are just going south. Principalities, what did they say principalities were for? Hold on a second. Forget. Are viewed as unfallen principalities, are viewed as celestial coordinators or guardians tasked by God with overseeing and guiding earthly nations, groups, and leaders. Ah. So their karma is that these guys are making sure that whatever they do is not gonna produce fruit. You know what I mean? Whatever seeds they plant are not gonna grow. Chemistry, sold property, they're gonna have to lose, they're gonna end up losing their home. Cord cutting cords, somebody's gonna end up like leaving, moving away, cutting off family. Building a new life. This is okay. So their karma is that they're gonna have to sit there and watch you build a new life, a double rainbow. So whatever. So say they stole something, it's coming back to you times 2. You might end up getting a bigger home. You leave one home and cut cords with everybody, and you end up getting a better home and in a new, better place, and things are just doubling for you after that. So their karma is for them to watch you rise. That is their karma. Like they can't. They're just gonna stay in karma field. They're gonna make sure of it. They're like, no, you're blocked. You can't go where they're going. You're not gonna be able to. We're gonna make sure of that. You're gonna stay right the fuck where you're at. While this person, I'm getting alchemist is like, yeah. So I'm getting alchemist. Somebody's alchemizing, maybe even on a collage or some type of vision board of a new home, cutting cords with family, like selling their home, moving, cutting cords with families, cutting ties with family, especially toxic. Okay, this is toxic karmic people. Getting a new home, a new life, and just luck after luck after luck. So it feels like whenever those cords are cut, that's when everything just starts falling into place. So that is their karma, to watch you rise. Alright, advice. Page of Wands. Let's stay faithful, stay loyal. Trust your intuition. Especially, okay, trusted friend, a stranger with good intention. So, remember to protect yourself, but don't stay so guarded that you won't be able to let the new, better things in. You know what I mean? Resolution of a problem, conclusion, healing, satisfactory result, fulfillment, compromise, friendship among women, inspiration in arts. Alright, so this right here, this was advice. Break up with personal relationships. So your advice is to definitely cut cords, absolutely. And with the Seven of Cups, which is fantasy and daydreams and wishful thinking, this is giving me that visionary board. Like whatever you have on that vision board is now coming into fruition. Like it may have started off as wishful thinking or fantasy, but because you did the work, you did what you had to do, you cut off who you needed to cut off, everything's just going to fall into place for you. And then we have the sympathetic and understanding person, forgiveness, or friendliness, lovingness, honor, practicality, ability for a meaningful expression, and love. So you might have new love coming in too. So, and that's that trusted friend and a stranger. So don't let the past influence your future. Okay? Just think of it as a story. It's just a story that you can go back and read if you feel like something might become it's kind of like a guideline. You can use it as a guideline to be able to follow your intuition and use your discernment on who to let in, but don't use it as a way to block everyone out. It's like you can see through a fence, but you can't see through a wall. You get what I'm saying? You can still block people out with a fence and still see them, but you can't do that with a big sturdy wall. All right. Would you talk to me like brothers do? Okay. Why are we flashing like that? There's no lights in here, dude. The only light is the TV. Did you see that flashing? So we got Infinity, James Young, Taylor Swift, Karma, Just a Dream by Nelly, WAP, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, You Drive Me Crazy by Britney Spears, Cleaning Out My Closet by Eminem, Beep by Pussycat Dolls, Red Light District by TLC, Wants to Explore Your Body, John Mayer, Body is Wonderland, Middle of the Night, Ellie Do, Bad Habits, Ed Sheeran, First of the Month by Bone Thugs and Harmony, and Fantasy by Ludacris. That's funny. Like the song "Can't Touch This" by MC Hammer is on right now, and we got "Beat" by Pussycat Dolls. That's a song that's a song that kind of insinuates that you can't have this at all either. So there's that. All right. We also got places: South Dakota, Utah, Quebec, Australia, Toronto, Japan. Somebody could be doing some type of cemetery magic. Montreal, Minnesota, Switzerland, deserts, and Kentucky. All right, so that's what I got for you guys for pile number 3. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one or your next chosen pile. Okay? Love you. Bye. All right, welcome back. This is pile number 4. If you've chosen the bumblebee, then you are on pile number 4. Got the bumblebee. All right, so here we have your channeled songs. Where this could be happening at, again, not everything's going to resonate. Take it as it resonates. We got what did they do to you? What was the reason? Who's involved? What is their karma? And what is your advice? Okay. So, for what did they do to you? Okay, so we got danger ahead, reckless spending, STD, spiritually or sexually, roots, courage, the butcher, DNA, robber, or thief. This one's a little dark. Not a little, but it is pretty dark. Alright, spiritual warrior. And empty pockets, broke, no money. Okay. So, what they did to you. It looks like one. I mean, like if any magic was done, they did root magic. They could have made sure that somebody gave you an STD. They wanted to take away who you were as a person. Okay, depending on how bad this is, somebody could have literally taken somebody's life. They could have done this in a sense of like they were trying to rob them and ended up taking their money and then killing them, basically. Essentially, they. Or this could be, I mean, if you're still alive, then this could be something they done to someone in your family, someone you know. This could be something that they're planning on doing to you. Because, like, if the spiritual work doesn't work, then it looks like they're going to be sending somebody in to dismantle you in some way, whether that's with an STD or an actual person to come in and do some harm to you. Somebody could also have planted evidence to make it look like you did something when you didn't. Empty pockets, broke, no money. Like, you could have been pulled over by the police and they could have told you to empty your pockets and they found nothing, even though they were told that they would find something. Spiritual warrior, a person who fights an inner battle against ego, fear, and illusion rather than the outer fight against people. So it looks like they were either trying to stop you one way. It just looks like they were trying to keep you from going somewhere. They're like, stop, don't go any further. There's danger here. They could have detoured you down a more dangerous route. So they could have been putting up like a false detour line or a sign to make you go a different direction when that direction is what's actually where the danger is at. Like, you could have gotten out of it by the like, say, I've seen those videos where truckers are trying to drive and then people deliberately stop them on the road so that way they can rob them. So somebody you could have easily, like, quickly, and I've seen videos where that would happen and they just kept going and just crashed into the person's car. Yeah, I would have done the exact same thing. But I ain't stopping for you. You shouldn't have stopped in the middle of the car. Like, it's one thing for a car to stop, but as soon as anybody got out, I'm like, yeah, I'm going full force. Bye. I obviously can't go backwards. I'm going to have to go forwards, and you're in my way. So that's, yeah, it's either you or me, and I don't give two flying fucks about you. You know what I mean? It's that type of energy you could have had at that point. Be like, nope, not dealing with this shit. I don't get paid enough. But it looks like somebody went out of their way to really harm you, to literally destroy who you are as a person, like the root core of who you are. That's what it looks like. I mean, like, they could have made sure that you were cut off from a lot of people. They could have planted evidence of something. It doesn't even have to be DNA. I mean, it can be, but it could be just anything to make it seem like you did something. Like, you stole this, you took this, blah, 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 blah. You're the one that did it. When you get pulled over and stuff, like, you turn out your pockets like, bitch, I ain't got shit. I didn't do nothing. I ain't got nothing. What you talking about? So somebody could have put you under a false investigation as well. You might want to look into pile number 1. If you pick this pile number 4, you might want to look into pile number 1. Okay, so that's what they did to you. Now let's look into the reason as to why they did what they did. Because you're out of this world, you have divine powers, you're the highest ranking fucking angel. Oh my god, are you serious, Chelsea? Weakness, lack of motivation, illness, feeling overpowered, yeah. Curtain call, they want to put a stop to your protection. But you're too heavenly protected. You're out of this world. You got the powers literally control the borders to see, like, they're the ones that will allow something to go through if it needs to. You know what I mean? But with this and the highest ranking angel, they don't want that. Like they can't. And the reason why is because you have this ability, you have this, power in you, and they don't. They don't have it, and they can be very sick. And your powers, just being in your presence, can actually help them heal. You can be a natural healer, which is why I think pile number 1 had the healer in it. It's either that or pile number 2. But pile number 4 needs to definitely look into pile number 1. Be patient. You have plenty of time. Yeah, you're just. The reason is because you're just so nice. You're so patient. You're so like it's giving me like you're able to keep a like you. What's the word that I'm looking for? It's giving me that song by Ella Langley, Be Her. If you listen to that song, it's getting, oh my god, stalker. So the reason why is because, I mean, there's a stalker out here who thinks somebody is out of this world and has all this protection they want it from themselves. They can see somebody. Okay, so this person, okay, so even though this person has all this divine power, the person that they see this have, they could think of themselves as very much above that person. They're like, oh, well, they'll be easy to be taken from, to take from or whatever. Whether it's energy, something 5D or 3D, don't matter. They feel like this person could be easily overpowered and can cause current call is also kind of like a tower moment, like the end, like that open mic could be for them and not for the person this is for. And they feel like you have all the time in the world to be able to get something done, and they probably don't. You can probably smell death on this person. Like you can smell the sickness off of them. We got olive branch. Somebody's looking for a handout. You probably didn't, with the strong boundaries here, you probably did not give them a handout, and now they're in stalker energy. They're just watching to see whether or not they can take from you. The song Mortal Kombat, or the theme song Mortal Kombat, is playing right now. So that was the reason. Alright, so we got life path number 8, or August can be significant. There's some type of power player here. Taurus. Taurus also rules the 2nd house, which is wealth and stability. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have life path 2. Again, Taurus is 2nd house. 8th house is also Scorpio. 8 and 2 is 10. 10 would be Capricorn. Cancer, somebody can be Chinese zodiac of the goat, and Aquarius, Scorpio. Okay. Now, what is their karma? Their karma is that they're going to end up smoking something that's laced. They're either going to they're going to have somebody, they're going to be dealing with somebody who's going to end up lacing something. This is kind of giving me GHB, like date rape drug, or fentanyl. Mystery, fate, secrets, chance, destiny. I mean, it looks like they're able to get out of it if they actually use their discernment. Masters of Disguise. Engagement. Alright, so their karma for doing this to you is somebody is actually going to smoke something. I mean, it could be something that's you smoke or something you drink, but somebody's going to lace somebody pretending like, oh no, like, I would never do that. Fingers crossed. And yeah, so it's hopefully going to mess with their intuition. It looks like whatever they wanted to be done with your intuition is actually going to be done to you. So whatever, so like say if they got a voodoo doll, it's giving me what is that TV show? It's about the witches. The girl who plays Precious in the movie Precious, she plays the person named Precious, right? She is like a human voodoo doll, so whatever she focuses her attention on, whatever she does to herself actually gets done to that person. So every time this voodoo doll that they have, every time they do something to the voodoo doll, it's actually going to be done to them instead. And with the plunger here, it's like with clearing out, it looks like a lot of things are going to clear out. Like maybe their money's going to go dry. Like this is getting clogged energy. So it's just giving me like their finances are clogging. Their love life is going to stall. Like there could be some type of engagement with they could be engaged to somebody who's a master of disguise. Who's very good at like hiding who they are. Somebody could be American, somebody could be a veteran, somebody could be a father figure or masculine. The colors red, white, or blue can be significant. Somebody could wear red, somebody could wear blue, somebody can have the favorite color red, somebody can have the favorite color blue. Or red and blue together is purple. So purple can be significant as well. White mixed into that makes a lavender color. But yeah, so that's what it looks like with their karma is. It looks like somebody's going to end up lacing their shit. Somebody's going to pretend that they're somebody that they're not. And it's just going to get them, caught them up into some type of engagement where they can't get out of it. With the weight gain here, I'm not getting a healthy weight gain. This is more like, you know, you're depressed all the time. You're just sitting around. You're not really doing much of anything. That's the weight gain. And things are going to stall up. Alright, so advice. Corruption used by using any means to achieve desired end. Chariots. Literary ability. Agility in handling matter. Okay, so it looks like your advice is to escape a vicious man, whether like an unfaithful, vicious. It doesn't have to be an actual man. It could be a female, whatever it needs to go. But somebody's corrupt, unfaithful, vicious, and just straight like straight dark triad. One of the three. But your advice is to move away from this individual. Voyage or journey. When I'm getting voyage, I mean somewhere far away. Like get as far as you possibly can away from this person. Literary ability, journaling, writing out what happened. You can actually turn it into a book and have literary success, gain, overcoming obstacles and challenges. So yeah, the second you move away from this individual, either person, place, or thing, put it how it resonates, okay? The second you move away from it, and I mean an actual physical move away from it, and not go back, you're going to get a whole bunch of abundance. Confirmation, my foot massager thingy just shut off and went doo-doo. So that's what that is. Alright. Songs, we have Take Me to Church by Hosier, Jesse's Girl, Rick Springfield, Virtual Insanity, I cannot pronounce that name, that's him. Crossroads by Bone Thugs and Harmony, Only Girl in World, or Only Girl by Rihanna, Radar by Britney Spears, Golden by K-Pop Demon Hunters, Girls Like You by Maroon 5, and Misery Business by Paramore. Locations, we got British Columbia, Tennessee, Arizona, Scotland, Pennsylvania, Africa, North Carolina, Northwest, Nevada, North America, Peru, and Vermont. Alright, so that's what I got for you guys for pile number 4. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one or your next chosen pile. Okay? Love y'all. Bye. Hello, welcome back. We're on pile number 5. If you've chosen the Meteorite, then we are on pile number 5. Okay, the little black thing here. Alright, so for here we have, what did they do to you? What was their reason? Who did it? What is their karma? What is your advice? Channeled songs, and possible places of where this is going down. Okay? So, for question number 1, what is it that they did to you? Got Black Widow, Owl Messenger, Starseed, Sea Witch, Throat Chakra, False Twin, Chaos and Destruction, Thankful, Grateful, Blessed, and Win, Eastern Star Member, Jezebel, and Karmic Connection. It looks like somebody was trying to get you into a Karmic Connection, like by any means necessary. They were trying to throw some chaos magic at you. I mean, it depends on what, like, if it didn't affect you, it probably affected the person that you were with. Okay? Which ended up putting this person probably in a karmic connection with somebody else. I mean, Eastern Star Member doesn't necessarily have to be an actual Eastern Star Member. This could be somebody who just practices dark arts of some sort. Transformation, fierce feminine power, and shadow work. It looks like they were trying to alter that. They weren't trying to let you cut off any toxic ties. Maybe they were trying to keep mail from you, maybe mail from a starseed. Again, they were probably trying to chaos distort your third eye. Probably I was getting something about the shut up spells earlier. So distorted chakra, so they were trying to make sure that whoever you thought was the divine twin was actually a false twin or a karmic connection. Somebody could have distorted that. Or somebody could have, so somebody could have distorted somebody else by saying, oh, that's a false twin. I'm your real twin. They don't know what they're talking about. Like, we've been together for so long. We've known each other for so long. Blah, blah, blah. That don't mean shit. That don't mean anything. You treat somebody like crap, you need to cut them off. Plain and simple. Like, a karmic connection is a karmic connection. Somebody's jealous about that, you're Jezebel. Somebody can literally have a forked tongue. Okay? Not saying that, anybody who has a forked tongue is bad, but I'm just saying whoever this karmic person is could have one. So they could have made it look like they were your twin. They're just distorting your chakras. That's what it looks like. They were just distorting your chakras. They wanted to harvest your blessed, grateful life for themselves. They wanted to cause chaos to it. And it's a no. It's a no-go. Alright, that was what they did. Alright, number 2 is, what was their reason? So we got a dark spiritual assassin, Eastern Star Member, so somebody's very dark. Yeah, so they can't do this to you, and it's pissing them off, because you're the perfect mixture, sweets, sugar, spice, and everything nice, and it's causing, God to bring down the hammer on these motherfuckers. We got Earth Star, or the Earth Star is bringing down the hammer. There is an age gap, whether they're older than you or younger than you. There's bro, I did say something about chaos magic. There's chaos magic right there. So they were trying to cause a divine connection chaos. So there could have been an age gap. I mean, it could have been a significant age gap, but it looks like somebody was trying to cause some chaos within a connection, or to make sure somebody can't go to a divine connection due to blackmail. So demonic force, dark spiritual assassin, demonic forces, negative habits, or unseen spiritual entities sent to sabotage a person's faith, destiny, or life purpose. And this is for the reason for doing what they did. They could have thought you were doing this to them, or they did this because they can't do this shit to you. That's crazy. They could have went to an Eastern. I mean, this could not have been somebody could have blackmailed an Eastern Star member to do something, to create the perfect mixture of some sort. But the reason for it is because they're jealous of you. This is straight happiness hater energy. They hate the fact that you have a divine connection, either a connection to the divine or an actual divine connection with an actual 3D person. And the fact that you have really strong boundaries and you won't let them in, so that way they can try to extort your your secrets. They use them against you. You gotta be careful about who you open up to. That's why I rarely ever open up to people. Like, people know some things, but they don't know everything. Because it's people like this that make me not. Well, yeah, like, So the reason for, somebody could have an age gap. Or you could have denied somebody entry. Meaning that somebody could have wanted to screw you or bang you or something, or like maybe get something from you, and you refuse maybe some help, whether it's finances or whatever, or maybe a helping hand, something like that, but you wouldn't let them do it. Like they're completely blocked off. So they decided to be like, okay, well, we're just gonna throw some chaos in. And what's crazy is that the person that did the chaos magic could have been a divine connection. Yeah, they could have went to a sea witch to fuck with you because you denied them entry. That's sad. Actually, kind of pathetic. Like, for real. Alright, 3. Who is involved? This could be you, this could be the people that you're dealing with. Alright, we got Sag, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo. Libra, not Libra, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. Got Capricorn, and we got any fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay? Now, what is their karma? They're probably going to start hearing voices. Probably get heavy into drugs. Dealing with third-party situations. And this is crazy. So you got joy here, right? You think it's happy. No. You got a gun straight up that head. Are you serious? You could be sitting there minding your business, and then all of a sudden somebody comes up and poof. You got I Do. Or Star Tribal. Film industry. And light, consciousness, analysis, idea, math, logics, facts, training. Operates in the realm of clarity, illumination, and rational foresight, often acting as a guide towards spiritual awakening. So, So their karma. Oh my god, this could be like, this is just somebody who's divinely guided, divinely, like somebody anointed, divinely guided, heavenly protected. And with this is giving me a documentary. They're gonna have to hear about your divine spiritual connection through a third party. And it's gonna make them want to shoot themselves in the head or shoot themselves in the foot. You know what I mean? Because it looks like it's okay. Now I'm seeing that scene from Honey with Jessica Alba, and she just got done doing a music video, and she's hanging out with her friends at just a local diner or whatever, and they're talking about these plans for a birthday party, and then her friend goes, oh my god, girl, look, it's you, you're on TV. It could be something like that, and then everybody else is just looking at watching, seeing you on the big screen doing whatever it is that you love to be doing that they probably try to stop you from doing. But yeah, this is giving me like, oh my god, this sucks, and boom. Just like, it's giving me, when people cry but then they're laughing at the same time because they're just so overwhelmed by like all these emotions. It's giving me that. So it's like they're either going to start hearing voices and getting heavily into drugs, heavily into third-party situations, maybe some physical violence, domestic violence. But this is also giving me that they're going to have to hear about your divine connection, your inner peace, and like with the documentary, so like they could be hearing about the history of how you went, like your whole journey and stuff like that. They're going to have to hear this through a third party, and they're going to want to shoot themselves for it. Like, I'm fucked. Like, I'm such an idiot. And then, yeah, with the solar plexus, the I do, this is what I do, this is who I am, and this is that, this is what I do, and this is who I am type of documentary. But yeah. And not only that, with the documentary, it's going to be talking about everything these sons of bitches have ever done to you as well. The documentary is going to go over everything. So they're going to be everybody's going to be hearing everything they've ever done to you as well. So that's their karma. Alright, so your advice. We have material trouble, destitution. Yeah, these are okay. So we got 5 of coins, upright, page of cups, reverse, death, knight of cups, ace of swords, and the devil. Alright, so your advice. 1, watch your spending. Because here's the thing, like a lot of these people are going to be throwing magic at you, right? And a lot of these magics are going to keep you from moving forward. Making sure that you have no money or unable to save is going to be one way to stagnate you. Making sure that, this was, chaos magic, wasn't it? Yeah. So distorting, like, once you feel that energy coming on, if anything, transmute it. I mean, if you're unable to block it because it keeps coming at you, because you got to depend on your anointing, right? Because a lot of people, depending on where they're at in their life, because everybody's on a different path of life, it could it all depends what you're susceptible to. But the thing is, it's like you got to know what's your energy and what's somebody else's. If you know for a fact that you've been having a good day and then out of nowhere you're just feeling like shit, somebody's throwing, it's like it's an evil eye. Somebody's throwing you some shade. So that's why you should transmute. Okay, for example, when I'm at work, I saw one of my managers coming in or supervisors coming in, and I saw her, I'm like, hey, morning. And she's like, how is it that you're always such in a good, like, so happy and such a good mood? I'm like, oh. No, she said, how is it that you're always so happy? I'm like, I'm in a good mood. She's like, yeah, you're always in a good mood. I'm like, yeah. Because here's the thing, that I could be going throughout my day and feeling completely fine. And then the second I start feeling like negative energy, I just switch it. I switch it up. It's also kind of giving me like there. I forget if it was in Inside Out 1 or Inside Out 2. The first one or the second one. She's like delusional. Of course I'm delusional. Do you know how hard it is to stay positive all the time with everything you guys are saying? Complain, complain, complain. It's like, of course I'm nice. Of course I'm always upbeat. If I'm not, I'm gonna be grouchy and sad like the rest of you motherfuckers. And who wants to do that? You guys are doing it for the more than the rest of the people that are in this building. You know, like someone's got to come in here with a smile, like something. I also like to throw in the play line, like, you know, Prozac always helps. They're like, why are you so happy, Prozac? No. I don't do any pills, guys. I don't. Like, I smoke a weed here and there, but I don't even drink. All like that. I may have a glass of wine at, like, a party or something. Maybe. Maybe. I have to see who pour it. If somebody just brings me a glass, I'm not going to drink it. I need to see you pour it. But basically, they just want you to transmute any type of dark negative energy being thrown your way into something positive. Because it's going to be an up and down situation. Like, you're going to be doing bad one moment, you're going to be good. It's going to be bad one moment, it's going to be good. It's going to be bad one moment, it's going to be good. But the thing is that you got to make sure you break the chains that bind you. So if you need to detox for a little bit, like cut off any smoking, drinking, social media, whatever, just detox away from anything that is no longer really serving your greatest good. Okay, so we have channeled songs. Son of a Gun by Janet Jackson. Foolish Games by Jewel. Hard by Rihanna. Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus. And Are You That Somebody by Aaliyah. Now places, not everything's going to resonate. Take it as it goes. Central Africa. New Jersey. Vancouver. West. South Carolina. Connecticut. Ecuador. Russia. Something about a basement. Alabama, France, Ocean, Virginia, Creek, and Oregon. Alright? That's what I got for you guys. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one or your next pile. Okay? Love y'all. Bye. Hello, welcome back to my channel, Star Tribrid. I'm your host. Oh, well, I'm not blah, blah, blah. If you picked, this is pile number 6. I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed. It's 10 o'clock now. So, if you've chosen the cavities, you have chosen pile number 6. Now, pile number 6 may coincide with pile number 1. And the reason why I'm saying that is because for pile number 6, I clocked you at 152.25. So 52.25 are mirrored numbers. And then pile 1 was 1551, so again, another mirrored number. So it's a good possibility that pile 1 and pile 6 have, you know, similar. There might be a message in there for you for pile number 1 as well. All right. So for pile number 6, for the separated it into 5 things. Okay, 1, what did they do to you? 2, what was the reason for what they did to you? 3, who's involved? 4, their karma, and 5, their I'm not there, but it can be there. But your advice, channeled songs, and then channeled places where this might be happening. Okay, so question number 1. What exactly did they do to you? We have poison, bondage, Atlantis, elder, west, material outweighs matters of the heart, I feel, sacral chakra, wealth, peace. It looks like they disrupt your peace. Yeah, in your home. So they're trying to so what they did to you is that they were trying to disrupt your wealth, peace, and home life. They could have tried to poison you verbally, or they could have actually done this. There was another pile that I had that had something about a laced joint. So it may not even just be somebody lacing your drink. It can actually be anything. Alright? Food, beverages, drugs. Put it where it needs to go. But the reason for it, like what they did to you is to bind you. Whatever they were putting, either like words to keep you from getting any jobs or promotions, or probably trying to dismantle, like this is giving me higher ups, Atlanta. So this is career wise, and with the material outweighs the matters of the heart, they could have declared the things that you've been doing is actually their work, and that you're not really worth looking into with the promotion. Again, this could just be poisoning via defamation of character. Somebody could also be pulling on your sacral chakra. And in order to do that, they were trying to gain your wealth, your peace, your abundance, your inheritance, whether it's 5D or 3D. But they're just, what they're doing to you is defamation of character, and this could also be in a sense of trying to make you look bad so you don't get some type of inheritance. Because we got inheritance here and heritage. So somebody could be a trust fund baby. And, I mean, they could have gone to the higher-ups and said, like, oh, well, this person is mentally ill. They can't take care of themselves. This could be somebody saying this about an elderly person or an elder person, your parent who is now a grandparent. Put it where it needs to go tonight. So with the feel, they want you to feel lack. Okay, yeah, they want you to feel like you're in lack. Like you don't have any peace. Like you don't have any abundance. Like you don't have a real good home. Like they want you to feel like whatever you have is not good enough, and that you're not grateful for your have. Like it's always a good thing to want something better for yourself, but not in a greedy way. Like, it's one thing to know what you deserve to have in life. It's another thing to just always covet what somebody else has, so that way you can keep it for yourself. Because this could be something with the money outweighs the heart. This could be family. Like, this could be somebody you thought, like, was supposed to have your best interest at heart, but they don't. We have Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Taurus, Aries, Pisces, Capricorn, and Virgo. Okay, so what was the reason? Karmic twin, misdirection, vulnerability, defensiveness, loss of control, false religion. This is giving me jealousy. And they can't come with you. They can't follow you. And they're sad about it. They may be embarrassed because you probably shot them down. Like, they could have probably been like, oh, well, what about, well, you know, you can give some of that wealth to me. And it's like, why? You didn't help me do anything. Did you even go to my channel? Like, for example, like for this, like, did you ever go to my channel, support it, put a thumbs up on it or anything like that, or shared it and gave good word about it? Or did you sit there and run your mouth, and now that I'm reaping the rewards of what I fucking said, all the seeds that I, planted, you want to sit here and act like you can ride my coattails? Fuck no. I did that all on my own. If I want to help you, it's one thing, but for somebody to feel like they're entitled to sit here and ask, regardless, even after sitting here running your name through the dirt and the mud, is another, like, intimidation, fear-mongering, gang. They could have been gang-stalking you. Like, for them to do all this shit, and maybe even broke your fucking heart, depending on the scenario. This could be an ex trying to come back. Like, this could be a baby mama, big daddy, whatever. This could be an ex who now sees your worth and wants to now be part, like, wants to have dominion over you. They want to have control over what you do or say, or how you do your, spend your money. They want to, oh my God, man, they want it. They want it. They want what you have. You know what I mean? They want to eat at your fucking table and not just eat. They want to scarf down the whole fucking smorgasbord for themselves. It's giving me conservatorship. It's like that. Security breach, caution, alert. So again, do not disturb. It's just giving me like they're blocked, and the reason for doing what they did is because you won't. Yeah, you won't give them a handout. It's a no. You know, like I said, it's one thing for somebody to want to help somebody, but for somebody to sit there and be like, oh, well, since you have all this wealth and money, you should really share that over here because we really need it, and you don't. Well, then I suggest you get off your ass and go do something. You know, find a hobby, make some money off of it. Like, it's one thing for me to be like, hey, you know what? Yeah, I heard you've been having troubles with this and the other. Let me help you out. It's another to just directly, like, the fucking balls on a person to sit here and pull some shit like this and make you, and kind of put you into, like, in the hot spot, like, you know, like you're in the spotlight now. The light's on you, all attention's on you. Are you gonna be kind and generous, or you gonna be an evil bitch? It's like that. Fuck that motherfucker. You don't need that type of person in your life. You tell them to suck your dick. Like, for real. If you ain't got one, go to a store where you can buy one. Alright, we got, for who this is involving, we have third house, Gemini, Taurus, or the Chinese zodiac of the snake, Capricorn and Chinese zodiac of the ox, Sagittarius, or the Chinese zodiac of the rat. We got 8th house Scorpio and 11th house Aquarius. I'm also getting the whole thing of like your family could hear about it and be like, oh, well, we helped you out all those times before. So, you know, you should really, you know, 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 2 seconds on the fucking timer, as I said. That's a 222. So you could be coming into all this money and be like, oh, well, we helped you out so many times over the years. It's like, well, you're my parents. Like, if you were gonna help me for one thing, it's another thing to help me and not expect anything in return. Now, if you're helping me for hopes in the future that, you know, like when I come across some type of like abundance for myself, you automatically think that you are entitled to a piece of that pie is ridiculous. You are delusional as fuck. Nobody is entitled to give you anything unless they owe you money. Like, unless they actually owe you money is one thing. But just because, it's a no. Like, I like to take care of my family, but for some, like, and I could have all intention to want to do that, but within divine timing, you know what I mean? Within good timing, once I handle everything that I need to handle, I will look outside of myself and my son. Obviously, like, I will handle everything that me and my child need. Nobody else outside of me, my child, and obviously our pets has any standing. Okay, you are like on the back burner, you're on the plate warmer, you're the least amount of person that I'm fucking worried about right now. When I handle my stuff, and if I'm feeling generous or I'm feeling, you know, like I have what I need to be able to do that, I might help some people out, not everybody, because some people need to go through their fucking karma, plain and simple. You caused so much, especially if you caused all this drama, like for what it said, what they did to you, and the reason. Oh, hell no. Fuck no. How are you going to sit here and pull all this shit? And then when something finally comes in for that somebody, you want to sit there and dip your hands in the fucking cookie jar? Absolutely fucking not. Don't make me go Abu Dhabi on your ass and cut it the fuck off. Get your hand on my cookie jar. So we got Mafia here. This is, what is their karma? We got Mafia here. We got Fallen Twin. We got Heaven. We got Athlete Jock. And I'm getting stopwatch, like, stop. I'm guessing whatever this is, like, whatever damage they've done, it's like, they are so fucking screwed. We got Dark and Light Unite, Emperor, Sorcery, Haunting, Get Out, Boo. Define and propose the stage of human terrestrial evolution. This is giving me like, I'm coming home, I'm coming home. It's like you're going home, okay? But this is the karma. It's like whatever this is, if you're not going home in the sense of, no. Thank you. Somebody could be in a gang, somebody could be falling from grace of some type of position. I mean, I was getting a lot of like offings today and yesterday. And when I say offings, I mean like I'm on my algorithm. Like I don't even really watch it. Every now and again, they might come up, but for whatever reason, for the past 2 days, all of today and yesterday, I was getting heavy Soprano, heavy Godfather, heavy Goodfellas, like the time, and Scarface, where they were heavily going around getting rid of all the loose ends. But this is also like somebody could have had a contract with somebody and decided to leave, like not follow that contract. And if they were sending some type of demonic entities, those things are going back and they are just... I'm hearing sleep paralysis. All that woogity woogity woo that they were doing ended up like slamming right back onto them. It's like, listen, buddy, I don't know what you were thinking, but you can bippity boppity boo back to whatever cauldron you decided to crawl out of, because it ain't happening. Their karma is whatever entities they sent to you to cause all this strife. Like all of this is not stuff that they, oh, like, let me just drive by with some loud music. No, this is giving me straight demonic entities. Because with this Atlantis, that's just his spirit. Like they were sending maybe jinns. Heavy earth, a little bit of water. They could have been doing some dirt magic. Fire, so maybe candle magic. They could have been making an offer to a water spirit, like a demonic water. Because we also got Atlantis with water here. So they could have been making offerings to a demonic spirit, a water energy, or a water entity, something along those lines, to keep you bound, to make sure you don't leave, to cause you strife, chaos, financial ruin. It's giving me conservatorship. I mean, this doesn't actually have to be mafia. Somebody could be like, it's just giving me gang stalking, just a gang of people just falling from grace. Everything's just stopping. Dark and light unite. The dark and the light are basically coming in and fucking these people up for messing with an emperor. Somebody could also be Asian. Either you or the person that's doing it. It's like looking at this guy, it's giving me like... when I drew this, the Emperor, I instantly thought of Mulan when she went to go meet the Emperor. But yeah, so this is literally giving me, this is the last time they're gonna do this. Because this is giving me, this is not the first time they've done this to somebody. And with gang stalking, like this has happened multiple, they've done this multiple times, and then they finally got to the one person they can't do this to, because the light and the dark work with this person. Yep. That's right, Bubby. You went, wah, wah. That's correct. The light and the dark is giving me like them sending this entity to a person. It's just like, bro, we literally. He's like, why the fuck would you think I want to go after this person? This person's cool as fuck. They never asked me to do anything bad for them. They only asked to see how I'm doing. Like, no. Not to mention, this person's like heavily guarded. We got the thrones here. This person's heavily guarded. You think we're coming over here to fuck with that? No, thank you. We're coming after you. They are being haunted. They have like, I'm getting poltergeist activity. Like I'm seeing a scene from the movie Ghost where they were going after the psychic and they were in her apartment, and that's when Sam, the guy that they murdered, was in there, and he found a way where he can actually start moving things. So he started doing some poltergeist shit and scared the crap out of this dude to the point that he ended up getting hit by a car and dying. And then the dark shadows came out of nowhere and dragged him to hell. I mean, that could be their karma. That's what it looks like. Whatever they sent to somebody else, whatever entity, this is an entity. They sent something demonic. Whatever entity or demon that they sent has doubled back after they realize, like, they could be looking at their GPS tracking device, their GPS signal, like, wait a minute, isn't this yeah, no, hold on, no, we're not doing that, we're going back. You didn't even have to do a return to sender, they did it themselves. They just like, nah, we're going back, absolutely not, we're not going after this person, we're coming for you instead. Yeah, that's what we're doing. You didn't even have to do a return to sender. That demon was nice enough to be like, no, they're cool. They don't even have to send me back. I'll do it myself. You know what I mean? It's just like, they're cool. We're not doing that. No. So yeah, that's their karma. the demon's coming after them instead. Alright, advice. Yeah. So their advice for you, and this is looking more like the karmic's advice. Because it looks like whoever's in the upright and the divine doesn't have to worry about a damn thing. They're fine all on their own. They can do bad all by themselves, and the light and the dark are there to protect them, so they ain't got nothing to worry about. So this is giving me something for the karmic's advice. You need to change your maliciousness, your bigotriness, your deceitfulness, your vengefulness, your prudishness, an ill-tempered person, your narrow-mindedness. You need to make a change, an alternation. Erosion, instability, sterility. Somebody might not be able to get it up or not be able to have children. Or, I do not wish this upon anybody. I leave children out of stuff, but, I'm getting something about stillbirths. False heart. And it's right under sterility, blah, 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 sterile. A heart failure during, delivery. Either the mother or the baby or both. I don't wish that upon anybody. That's terrible. But it is what it is. Or it's just like, you can't create anything anymore. Like, everything you touch will not turn to gold. If anything, it will wither and die. Yeah, it's not looking pretty good on this end over here. It looks like if they were to follow this advice, short and sweet answers, please. If they were to follow this advice, what would happen? If they were to follow this advice to change their way of thinking, their dogmatic views, everything, what's will happen? Short and sweet answer, please. Okay, we got uncertain efforts. Okay, like, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, we're doing, okay, I forget where I talked to you. It's either in the intro or one of the piles. There is a scaling system that you guys do. Anything from a 6 to a 10 still goes to and win, hell. Anything 1 to 5 has a chance to just go to Terminology to be able to do their test there instead of going to and win. So, because this is saying uncertain. Okay, there's not really this fantasy attempt endeavor. So from those who scale on a 6 to 10, if they were to do this, what's the outcome? Reversal about trend, new interest in matters, overcoming ruin. Okay, that's good. They will have to deal with anxiety and okay, so it looks like that if they were to do this, they most likely will be able to go to Ternanog to be able to pass the test instead of going to Anwin Hell. Okay? When you go to Hell, think of Silent Hill. Alright? What happens when you get caught in Silent Hill? If say you fail your test. Because depending on what you did when you go to Hell, depending on what you did, you go to specific doors to be able to take your test. So you take your test. If you fail, think of Silent Hill specifically. I mean, like it's different for everybody, obviously, but you know, specifically the scene where that overly religious lady in the barbed wire came to life. That's in Silent Hill 1. In Silent Hill 2, I'm seeing that big dude with that metal thing on his head and that carries that big ass axe or whatever the fuck it is. He grabs a woman, rips off her clothes, and then rips off her skin and then rips her in half. It's like that. If you mess up in Hell. Okay, that is what happens to you when you mess up in Hell. Alright? You gotta pass your, and the thing is, it's like, yeah, you die, but you are reborn and have to relive that same cycle over and over until you pass the test. Okay? You have to pass the test and you can't move forward. You're just gonna have to deal with the same shit all day, every day. Alright? So even if you go to Hell, you can still ascend into heaven. You just gotta pass your test. Alright, so say if they scored on a 1 to 5. Okay, so if you scaled on a 1 to 5, you're going to start to see people for who they are. And you're going to start to be able to send even better, like even faster. Yeah, effort continued until full success is attained. Festivity, joy, gaiety, feasting, pleasure, holidays. So yeah, if you scored a 1 to 5, which is basically, it's not bad enough to go to Hell, but you still have to go take your test there in Terminog. I did a whole segment on it. If you want to look into my videos for it, I don't know how to link anything just yet. Every time I try to, it doesn't work. I'm not good with technology. So scale of 6 to 10. There is some uncertainty and doubt depending on how bad it is, but those of you who's not that bad and who's able to overcome ruin, you're going to be able to get out of that a lot easier. You won't, like, when you go into the afterlife, you won't have to deal with Hell. You can just deal with turning it on. But that's only if you do this here, like do this here in the 3D. Now, if you were to do this here in the 3D, this is giving me ascension, like straight ascension from like 3D to the 5D spiritually. you'll be able to detect deceit. Understand who's the shady character, who's the gossip. But yeah, that's what happens. Because it's just, the reason why they said to do it that way is because it's like, it's kind of like with autism or anything else. A lot of the times it works on a spectrum. There's no broad one answer for it. It's just like, you know, depending on where you fall on the spectrum scale. Alright, so songs, we have Habits by Tove Lo, Remember the Name by Fort Minor, Hey Mama, David Guetta, Freak Like Me, Doja Cat, All of My Life, Casey and JoJo, Call Me When You're Sober, Evanescence, and Free, K-Pop Demon Hunters. Locations, we have Ireland, Vietnam, Southern Africa, the mountains, South, Illinois, Georgia, Alaska, and Arkansas. Alright guys, that's all I got for you tonight. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright, love y'all. Bye.